Hello everybody, welcome to our biology session. I'm Iman Fauzi, your biology teacher. Our session for today will be about the movement in man as an example for the mammals, okay? You have to know that the movement of the body depends on three main systems that coordinate or cooperate to perform the same function, okay? So we have at first the skeletal system and nervous system and finally what muscular system. What do we mean by skeletal system? In the last lesson, we talked about the structure of the bony system, okay? So it represents a suitable place for the attachment of the muscle. So the muscle are attached to the skeleton, okay? Also, it acts as support for the moving limbs and balancing the body, okay? Also, we talked about the joints that play an important role in the movement of different body parts, okay? And also, we define the importance of the articulation that will be present in the skeletal system and helping the body to move, okay? After that, we will talk about the nervous system, okay? The nervous system play an important role in the body movement. Why? Because it gives orders to the muscle in form of nerve impulses, and the muscle respond according in the form of muscles, the contraction or relaxation, which allow the what? Which allow the movement. So we will have at first the nervous system that will send messages to what? To the muscular system, and the muscular system help in the movement of the what? Of the skeletal system. Also, we will talk about the muscular system in details, okay? Because it's responsible for what? For the movement of the body parts, where the contraction and relaxation of some muscles lead to occurrence of the movement. Also, we have to remember from grade 10 that we have two types of muscles. We have a voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. Voluntary muscles, like what? Like the skeletal muscle, or we can call them striated muscle. Why they are striated? Because we will know that they contain actin and myosin filament. These filaments help in what? Help in the increasing of the power of contraction of the muscles, okay? So they are controlled by the human and include most of the body muscles. Also, we have another type of muscles that's called the involuntary muscles. They are not controlled by the human body, and they include the smooth muscle. But where does the smooth muscle are present? They are present inside the artery, okay, as we talked about it in the last year. And also the cardiac muscle. The cardiac muscle are involuntary muscle. We can't control them. So we have to remember that the movement in the body help the body to what? To increase the circle of spread and also help him to what? To avoid the extinction of the species, okay? So this will be done by what? By three main systems: skeletal system, nervous system, and finally muscular system, okay? So we will talk about the muscular system in details. Any system, as you know, consists of organs, okay? So the organs of the muscular system are called what? The organs are called muscles. So we will have here, we will have muscles, okay? So the muscular system is the whole of the body muscles, okay? If you look here, you will find that the muscle are consist of what? A group of muscular tissue. So any organ consists of a group of tissues that are known as what? That are known as flesh, okay? Their number is nearly 620 muscle or more, okay? Why or more? Because the female has more muscle than male, okay? Also, they are filamentous in general. So if you look here, you will find that we will have filament inside what? Inside our body, okay? Also, they have the ability to contract and relax, so they can allow the movement. Also, the function of the muscle is performing the what? The activities and function, like what? Like the movement, okay? Movement here, we mean by it changing the position of a certain organ of the body in relation to the rest of the body organs, okay? So the movement of the different body parts are performing the mechanical movement of the human. So if we move our leg, we can transfer from one place to another, okay? Also the transportation from one place to another, also maintaining the body posture either in sitting or standing, okay? The muscle help in keeping the balance, okay? And this is because of what the muscles of the neck, okay? Trunk, what do you mean by trunk? From this region till this region, okay? And also the lower limbs. Also, we have here a very important function for the what? For the muscle, the continuous movement of the blood. We talked about the smooth muscle. The smooth muscle are present inside what? Inside the artery. And also, we have known that the artery is pulsated, okay? So the continuous movement of the blood inside the blood vessels and maintaining the normal blood pressure as a result of the contraction of the smooth muscle that are involuntary muscle. As you know, we can't control them. They are present in the wall of the what? Of the blood vessels, so they help in the continuous movement of the blood inside them, okay? After that, we will talk about the what? About the structure of skeletal muscle. If you look here, you will find that the skeletal muscle consists of a large number of thin connected filament, okay? So the muscle is what? Is the organ. Any organ consists of a group of tissues. And each tissue consists of what? Consists of muscular cell. And cell here, we will call it muscular fiber, okay? So the muscular cell is the muscular fiber, okay? And you have to know it, okay? The muscle fiber are always found in what? In a group that known as muscle bundle. So if you look here, you will find that we have a skeletal muscle. Each muscle here will consist of a group of bundles of muscle fiber. So if we have one of the bundles, okay, you will find that it contains muscle fibers, many muscle fibers. So if we take one muscle fiber, we will find that each muscle fiber will consist of a myofibril. We have here myofibril. A myofibril will consist of what? Will consist of regions. These regions are called what? The sarcomere, okay? Sarcomere, okay? And also, you have to know a very important note that the muscle fiber or the muscular cell, the building unit for the muscle and the structural unit for the muscle, it contains what? It contains cytoplasm. And also the cytoplasm contains organelles, okay? And also we will have inside it a nucleus because it's a living cell. So we will have first the protoplasm. What do I mean by protoplasm? It's the cytoplasm plus the organelles and what? And the nucleus, okay? But we will find that we have here some different parts, okay? The cytoplasm here will be called another name. It's called what? Sarcoplasm. So the cytoplasm is called what? Sarcoplasm. So what's meant by the sarcoplasm? It's cytoplasm of the muscle fiber, okay? Also, we don't have here one nucleus. We will have a large number of nuclei. So the muscular cell is characterized than any other cell by what? By the multinucleated, okay? So it has more than one nucleus, okay? Okay, also, the muscular cell contain a membrane, okay? We have a plasma membrane around any animal cell, but here the cell membrane is called the sarcolemma. Sarco what? Sarcolemma. What do you mean by sarcolemma? It's the membrane that surrounds what? That surrounds the muscular cell. After that, we will have a group of myofibril, okay? So each muscular cell or muscular fiber consists of myofibril, okay? Each muscular cell or muscular fiber will contain from 1000 to 2000 myofibrils, okay? Again, each muscular fiber or muscular cell contain what? Contain from 1000 to 2000 myofibers that are arranged longitudinally as you look here, okay? And also they are parallel, okay, to the axis of the muscle, okay? After that, if we talk the sarcomere, we will find that it will contain what? It will contain a group of light discs and also a group of dark discs, okay? we have here two types of filaments. We will have a thin filament that is green, like here, and the thick filament with the yellow color, okay? So we will have two types of protein filaments, thin filaments and what? Thick filaments, okay? The thin filaments are called what? Are called the actin filament, okay? And the thick filament are called myosin filament. If you look here, you will find that we will have two Z lines. Z line or zigzag line, okay? They are dark lines, okay? They are the borders of what? Of the sarcomere. So if you look here, you will find that around the Z line, okay? So the Z line here is present in the middle. We will have eye region. What do we mean by eye region? It's an illuminated region. So it will consist of what? It will consist of thin filaments that's called actin filament, okay? Okay, after that, we will have here what? We will have here a region that the actin filament will meet the myosin filament. All this region is called what? Is called A region. What do we mean by A region? A region is the dark band, okay? So we will have here two bands, eye bands. The eye bands are consist of only actin filament, and also we will have a dark band. These dark bands are consist of what? Actin filament and myosin filament. Also, if you look here, you will find that we will have a region that mediate the dark band, okay? That's called H region. If you look here, you will find that the H region consists of what? Consists of myosin only, okay? So actin only is light band, okay? Actin and myosin is a dark band, and myosin only will be what? A semi-light band, okay? Okay, so if I want to define what's meant by the sarcomere, it's the distance between two successive Z lines that are found in the middle of the light bands in the myofibril, and it's the smallest contraction unit of in the what? In the skeletal muscle. It's very important. It's the smallest contraction unit. Okay. Okay. So from the previous, we can conclude that the region that have actin filaments only, they are called the light bands eye region. And there is a dark Z line, okay, that mediate the light bands as we illustrated it. Also, the region that have myosin filament only, they are semi-light bands. The region that have actin and myosin together, they are dark bands, okay? After that, we will talk about what? We will talk about the light and dark bands that are present in the skeletal muscle and cardiac muscle. So if you look here, you will find that we have a skeletal muscle and the cardiac muscle. They have what? They have lines that are present here. And also they are called striated muscles, okay? And also we will talk about the light and dark bands are not present, okay? In the what? In the smooth muscle, okay? Although the smooth muscle contain a thin filament like actin, as we will talk about in the sliding theory, okay? Sliding filament theory. But here, you have to know that we don't have light and dark bands in the what? In the smooth muscle. So they are called what? They are called unstriated muscle. As you look here, we don't have here lines, okay? So we call them what? Smooth muscle, okay? After that, we will have here a summary. Okay, so the structure of the skeletal muscle can be summarized in the following diagram. Each muscle consists of a muscle bundle, and each bundle consists of a muscular fiber or a muscular cell, and each muscular cell consists of protoplasm, okay, and also a membrane that surrounds it that's called the sarcolemma. The protoplasm consists of the cytoplasm and the organelles. And cytoplasm, we call it what? We call it sarcoplasm. And also the nucleus here is not one nucleus. We have a many nuclei. So we have multinucleated what cell. Also the protoplasm contain myofibrils. Each myofibril, okay, consists of light band that consists of what? Actin filament. okay, mediated by a dark line, Z line, and the dark band A consists of actin and a myosin filament mediated by a semi-light band H region formed of myosin filaments only, okay? Okay, so if I want to give you some key points to answer the questions that belong to this region. So in one myofibril, we have one myofibril, the number of semi-light bands, okay? If you look here, we will have here a Z, two Z line, okay? So if we have here a sarcomere, the number of semi-light bands H is equal to the number of light bands A, okay? But how? So if we have here a sarcomere, we have two Z line, okay? Between the two Z line, we will have here what? We will have here the sarcomere. So we have here I region that will be mediated by the two Z line. So we will have here two I regions, okay? And also we will have here actin only. And after that, we will have here a myosin, okay? So if I ask you about the number of I region, you will say that we will have two I regions, okay? Also, if I ask you about the number of A region, we will have one sarcomere with one A regions, okay? Also, if I ask you about the number of H region, we will have one H region that will be in the middle of the A region. So the total number of semi-light bands H will be equal to the number of dioic bands A, okay, will equal to what? The number of sarcomeres. And the number of complete I band will equal to the number of sarcomeres minus 1. But how? If we have 3Z line as here, you will find that here we don't have one complete light band because the one complete light band will be mediated by the Z line. So if you look here, you will find that we will have one complete light band in this region only, but we will have one light band and here one light band, but they are not completed, okay? So if I have two sarcomere, so I will have one completed I band only, okay? So the number of complete I band equal the number of sarcomeres minus 1. Okay, the number of Z line. If I ask you about the number of Z line, we have here one sarcomere, okay? So the one sarcomere will be surrounded by two Z line. So the number of Z line will be equal to the number of sarcomere plus what? Plus 1, okay? And here we have finished our session for today. Thank you for listening. See you in the next session. Assalamu alaikum.